Hello and welcome to my talk for today. Sorry it's a little late. I've been on the road. It's strange to think that out of the past 7 days I've spent parts of 4 of them in Sussex. 35 years ago this would not have been unusual because I lived in Sussex. Those of you who know a little of my story will find that a strange statement, as I didn't move to Canada until 1998. But it is true. At that time, Janet and I lived in a place called Peacehaven, which is in Sussex, England. In the English language, we have many words which but sound the same, or even mean the same, but describe something different. When we lived in Sussex, in the UK, the apartment we lived in had a 180-degree view of the sea. In the UK, we call a large body of water which beats up against our shores the sea, whereas here we generally call it an ocean. We also have at least 4 words pronounced right in the English language. There is right as in to write, there is right as in I am right, there's right as in a rite of passage, and there's right as in Mr. Right. In one sense, it's not the sound of the word that's important, but what it means. Let's go back to the word Peacehaven. The town is built on the top of chalk cliffs, very similar to those well-known ones called the White Cliffs of Dover. It also has the distinction of being situated on the Meridian line, where the line leaves the UK and heads over to France. It's from this line, of course, that time across the world is calculated. Peacehaven was not placed on the Meridian by accident. It was named specifically. It began to be built in the 1920s, immediately after the First World War. The idea was that it would become a memorial for those who had died and suffered during the conflict, and a reminder to encourage the world not to fight again. The developer had the bright idea of offering building lots by lottery in a national newspaper, which only veterans could enter. Many people won a prize, but were unable to afford to build a house on their land. This meant that when we lived there were many vacant lots slowly becoming overgrown. The project had not gone according to plan. The Peacehaven project shows us something of the importance of words. The idea was that something new should grow out of something old and terrible. The 2 words, peace and haven, communicate the nature of that something. The meaning of peace is obvious. At that time, a vicious war had finished, and there was a need for tranquility. As the town, though, is built on cliffs, there's no harbour. As the word haven implies, there should be a harbour. And a harbour, of course, or a haven, is somewhere to shelter from the storm. So both the names have to do with peace. As we know, the Christian faith is full of symbols with meanings. All too often that meaning can become either lost or confused because the words have a double meaning, like Sussex, or their original sense is lost in the passage of time, rather like Peacehaven. For many people today, the meaning behind Christian symbols has been lost or obscured. As we move forward, the church needs to do 2 things. Firstly, better explain the meaning behind our symbols, and secondly, connect the meanings of our symbols to ideas in our culture which can help people to understand. This is what missionaries have been doing for generations, and it's something that has to be learned. Once again, thank you for being here today. I trust that you're having a good day. God bless and stay safe.